everyone, welcome to JD's Guidance once again. Friends, for the last few videos we have been discussing about market efficiency, and in this connection we have seen how can we define a market as an efficient market. There are certain features which are present in an efficient market, but then there are some degrees of market efficiency. Or in other words, we have seen that an efficient market has got three types, or there are three forms of efficiency. We have a weakly efficient market, we have a semi-strong market, and we have the strongly efficient market. But then how can we decide whether a market is weakly efficient or semi-strong or strongly efficient market? For this, we have certain tests. In this video, we will see the test for a weakly efficient market, and there are in fact weakly efficient market. So in fact, what we have seen under weakly efficient market, please try to recall that in an weakly efficient market, if we have a technical analysis and we have a fundamental analysis, in a weakly efficient market, technical analysis cannot help you to make any extra profit. The basic idea is that as an investor, we are trying to predict what would be the movement of the price or how the price is going to behave in the future. But there are theories to argue that this is not possible because a market is, the price data is totally random. And on the basis of a random data, you cannot make any prediction for the future, right? So if the market is efficient, then the price will not reveal any pattern. There cannot be any pattern that can be studied to predict the future. That is why your technical analysis, which is more and less concerned with chart analysis, making charts based on the historical price data, this is of no use under weakly efficient market. But there is a little chance that you can still predict the price and you can still make more profit or extra profit by doing fundamental analysis. As you have seen in my previous video in detail, that fundamental analysis can allow an investor to make some extra profit under weakly efficient market. Now friends, let's see whether the market is weakly efficient or not. So how will you check this? We will do some kind of technical analysis. And if this technical analysis fails, then we will say that the market is weakly efficient. But if this technical analysis helps us to predict the future or price trend, then we can discover that the market is actually inefficient. It's not even a weakly efficient market. Let's go on and let's discuss a very important test that is known as the run test. So friends, in this video we will talk about run test, right? Now let's understand what we do in a run test. Before that, I will show you something. For example, if I say this is plus, 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 minus, 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 suppose plus means the price has increased. Say this is period 1, this is period 2, period 3, period 4. For the first 4 periods, the price has increased, so that's why there is a plus sign. Then there is P5, P6, P7, P8, where the price has decreased. Okay. Then again we have P9, where the price has increased. Again we have some other periods where the price has fallen. Now friends, if you see, there is a pattern. We can see there is a pattern. So for the first 4 periods the price increases, then the 4th period the price declines, again price increases, again price declines. So what does this tell us? This tells us that if we are here, we can easily forecast what is going to happen in future. In future it's going to take another 4 positive movement, right? So this is possible that if we have discovered some pattern, that the price reflects an observed pattern, then we can predict the future as well, right? Also you can see that if there is no pattern, say so there is no pattern as such, right? So if the pattern is such that you cannot discover how the price has behaved, as you can see it looks more or less random, sometimes plus, sometimes minus, and there is no order. Then it is difficult to predict what is going to be the next move. Will it be a plus or will it be a minus? So we cannot answer. So what we will do in a run test, this is known as run, okay? So this is one run, this is another run, this is another run. So the similar price movement in the same direction is one run. Then we have the second run. So this way, this is known as a run. So we will have our price data, and then we will see that how many runs are there and how the runs appear to be, whether they are predictable or not. So we will do it now in this video. Let's start. So I'll give you one my hypothetical data. Suppose you have, say for example, period. This is simply hypothetical, and we have here, say for example, we have the signs. Okay. So, and then we will have another one, that is run. Now suppose there is 200 rupees, 201 rupees, 205 rupees, 208 rupees, 200 rupees, 219 rupees, then 200 and say for example, say it is 199 rupees. Sorry, 199 rupees. Then we have 180 rupees. Then we have 200 rupees. Then suppose, okay, fine. Let's believe that we have this many price data. So let's see, from here to here, what is the sign? It's a plus sign. Here to here again a plus sign. Here to here again a plus sign. Here to here a minus sign. Here to here a plus sign. Here to here a minus sign. Here to here a minus sign. Here to here a plus sign. Right? So we have discovered the signs. Now let's see how many runs. So do you agree that these are similar, so that constitutes one run? This is alone. That is also a run. I can say this is also a run. And this is also another run, it is alone. And these two forms one run. This is here and this is again alone, so one. So how many total numbers of run? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs are there. Okay. Now why I am doing like this? Why I am doing this? This is because I give you one more example. Suppose when I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can predict the pattern, you can understand the pattern, right? If I do like this, plus, minus, right? Again plus, minus, what will be the next? You know how next will be plus. What will be the next? Minus. So these two have a pattern, but what is the difference between these two? See, this has also a pattern, this also has a pattern. For example, the first one, the pattern is like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, okay? So, but the second one is more volatile, okay, more volatile, plus, minus. But anyway, there is a pattern, we can see, and it's not random for sure. Now, if the pattern is very high, so it is high, no, so many plus signs, so many minus signs, okay, if we find the price, the signs are like, it's very clear, see there is a long run, this is a long run, 4, this is a long run again. So if there is a long run, then we can say there is a pattern, and if the run is very short also, see plus, immediately there is minus, plus, immediately there is minus, there is again a pattern. So if the run is very long, as well as if the run is very short, okay, very long and very short, then there is a pattern. If the run is very long as well as run is very short, then there is a pattern. Now what does this mean? Even if it is not clear, I give you another example. Plus, minus, plus, say plus, okay, plus, minus, plus, minus. So see here, the run is not as long as this and it's not as short as this. It is medium. Okay. So when the run is medium, there is no pattern. How can I say a pattern is there? So a maximum pattern, maximum similar sign will give me a pattern, and the lowest similar sign is this much, that is possible, will also give me a pattern. So what cannot give me a pattern is a average. This is a kind of, you can say, neither a very short nor a long, but an average number of runs, right? So that's what I'm saying, that I will do with this price data. I will see this number 05. I got 5 runs. Is this 5 runs a very big or long run, or it is a short run? If it is a very big run, I can predict. If it is a short run also, I can predict, and I can say yes, technical analysis is successful. Through technical analysis, I can predict the future, because as I have shown you, plus, 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 minus, 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 so next will be again plus, plus. And plus, minus, then the next will be plus again. So I want to avoid any such situation where the pattern is very long, neither the pattern should be very short. But if you want to prove that the market is weakly efficient, right? In other words, I want to say that if you want to prove that the market is efficient, then you must have the moderate number of runs. Moderate number of runs. Now question is, how do I know what is a moderate number of runs? I just got 5 number of runs, right? So for moderate number of runs, we have to find out that is this run a very high run, or is this run a very low run? We have to find out using a formula. So I am writing it here, that here you tell me how many runs are there. Actually what I mean to say is that we need certain information. We need R, that is number of runs. We need N1. N1 means positive signs. We need N2, that is negative signs. And then we have a mu. Mu means the average number of runs. How much should be out of this information? How much should be the average number of runs? Because we are looking for average number of runs, not very high, not very less, just the average or the moderate number of runs. So mu is equals to 2 times N1 into N2 divided by N1 plus N2 plus 1. Okay, so we need the average number of runs. So let's understand what are the number of runs. So we have seen number of runs is equals to 0.5. How many plus sign? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus signs. How many minus sign? 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 minus signs, 5 plus signs. If I am not wrong, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the plus sign, and 1, 2, 3 is the negative signs, right? So we put it in the formula. So 2 into 5 into 3 divided by 5 plus 3 plus 1, right? So if you simplify, then it will become 5 2 is 10, 10 3 is 30 divided by 8 plus 1, right? So let's see how much it will come to, okay, with the help of a calculator. So I have calculated, you can see it is, if I divide 3.75 plus 1, so ultimately my average number of run is 4.75. I know that my average number of run is 4.75 and my actual number of run is 5. So that means there is some difference. So if I have to call the market efficient, I must have moderate number of runs, that is 4.75, but I got 5. So can I declare that the market is inefficient? No, we will go statistically, because we have to give a lower bound and an upper bound. So we will say there will be an upper limit, then that this moderate or average value can go, and there is a lower limit, this value can fall. So but if it goes beyond, then I will consider the market to be inefficient. Inefficient. I repeat again, if this is the average value and we are not getting the average value, but we will see if 5 if it is crossing the upper limit, or 5 is crossing the lower limits. Of course 5 is not in the lower side, 5 is in the upper side. So but is it coming within the limit? If it is coming within the limit, we will say that the market is efficient. But if it is crossing the limit, then I will say that the market is not efficient. Now how do I know the upper limit and lower limit? So first I will see what is upper limit. Upper limit is equals to mu times plus T t into standard deviation. Okay, and lower limit is equals to mu times mu plus t in, sorry, not plus, it will be minus. Lower limit means it can go below, into standard deviation, right? Let's write the value of mu. We know value of mu, that is the average run, is 4.75. This is also 4.75. Okay, plus. Now we don't know what is the standard deviation. So let's find out the standard deviation. Then we will find out the t. Then we will ultimately check whether it is within range or not. So we got the formula for standard deviation. So we will just write 2 into n1. What was our n1? N1 was the positive signs. How many positive signs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 positive signs. How many negative signs? I believe it was 3. And then we have 2 times 5 into 3 minus 2 times 5 into 3 minus 3. Okay, divided by n1 5 plus 3 square, n1 5 plus 3 minus 1. So this is the formula, please try to remember, and you set the values here and you will get what is the value of the standard deviation. So let's calculate. So I have calculated the standard deviation, it comes to 1.34. So we will put the value of standard deviation 1.34 here and also 1.34 here. Now the question is t. What is the value of t? In order to find the value of t, you need 2 things. One is your degree of freedom and you need the significance value. Let's check. Let me explain you what it is. Now what is degree of freedom? So as you know, degree of freedom is equals to n1 plus n2 minus 1. So what is my n1? n1 is 5, n2 is 3 minus 1. So what is this? 8 minus 1, 7. Okay, 5, 3 minus 1. Okay. And what is your t? T is the, what is SIG? SIG means you want to test is at what level of significance. So in statistics you can have 0.01 level of significance, 0.05 level of significance and sometimes 0.10 level of significance you accept. So let's have it at this as widely accepted. So we will find out in the t distribution, t table, in a t distribution table, for a degree of freedom of 7 and with the significance value of 0.05, what is the value of t? And we will write it here. I repeat again, we are trying to find out the upper limit and lower limit, which requires us to know the average runs, which we already calculated. We want to know the standard deviation, we calculated. Now we want to know the t value, and the t value will come from the t table. And for t table we have to refer the book, and in any finance book at the last you will get the t table, and you have to check for 7 degree of freedom and for significance level of 0.05, what is the value of t. Let's find out. So I referred the table and the value comes to 2.367. Please you check yourself, there could be some mistake as well. 2.367. Now if you simplify, you will get what should be the upper limit of this runs and what should be the lower limit of this runs. So let's again calculate what should be the upper limit. And let's calculate what should be the lower limit by simplifying this formulation. So I have calculated and I got the upper limit is 7.92. So write here 7.92 and the lower limit is 1.578. So what is my actual number of runs? 5. So 5 will fall between this and it will very well fall within this limit. So it is not crossing the upper or the lower. So we can say since within the range the actual number of runs is falling, so we can declare that there is no chance of making extra profit by studying the signs of the price movement, and therefore the market is efficient. So friends, with the run test, the investors can see whether the prices have any random tendency or not. If it is random, there is no point doing any kind of technical analysis. So however, fundamental analysis option is still available, but so far what we have seen that the market is efficient. So friends, that's all for the run test. Let's move on to the next test in the next video about the weak form of efficiency. See you again in the next video. Bye-bye.